Okay, is this thing on? Is this thing on? Ooh, okay. I think it's on. Alright, hey everyone, Mr. Magic here, and new video format. I finally got my cameras working. By the way, if you guys are looking for a good camera to start off with, GoPro. It's pretty awesome. Alright, so this is kind of a new type of video. Trying to do video in fursuit. I know the audio is probably not the best right now because I don't have a microphone for my GoPro yet. So I'm just doing the GoPro the way it is. Also, my lighting is really not the best today. But we're gonna go ahead and go with it. I just wanted to make this video before I completely forgot about what happened because, wow, stuff happened. Okay, so you probably saw in the thumbnail right now. Yes, this is, I want to talk a little bit about my first time I ever went to a Furmeet. And the reason why I'm making this video is because if you look up Furmeets on YouTube, a lot of the videos are either really old. Okay, a lot of them are really old. Really old, or they don't really talk about like what it's like to be in a Furmeet. There's a few that are, and I appreciate all of those because I actually did watch some of them to kind of prepare myself to looking for a Furmeet, but I guess they weren't like super in detail. So I figured, like, why not let's do a video about what it was like to go to a Furmeet for the first time. Yay! So there you go. Also, there was a party bus. Okay, so that's a story. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about it real quick. Okay, so usually, furries, right? Usually, like the biggest places to meet other furries is, other than online. At some point, you want to go out and you want to show off fursuits. You want to you guys want to do the thing, right? You want to meet other people, all that jazz, right? And now normally people would just go to a con, right? The thing is that I live in California, and a lot of the cons either got canceled or they're defunct or, like my local one, the closest one to me was like, right? It wasn't really one that I wanted to go to, so, right? So therefore, the next option would be to look for local meets. Right, this is a good idea for people who don't live near any of the con locations. I got fluff in my mouth. Ugh. Peh. Okay. There you go, I got it. That's going to be a perpetual problem throughout this video. Right, so I went ahead and I looked around. Right, the first thing I did in order to find meets, and this is the tricky part because the meets change all the time, right? Meets change owners. Some of them just pop up spontaneously. Others just are more settled, have been there for a longer time, right? So here are a couple tips this is how I found the meets that I found, right? I found them on Twitter, right? So basically, I looked around to see if there were any meets based on my state, right? So looking up California meets, things like that. Just searching around, also keeping an eye on people who live in California and see like maybe if they have a meet listed, right? So this meet I actually found it through a couple people. Actually, a fursuit maker that I follow that is in California and was actually making a meet, and through that meet I found the other meets. Now usually meets are through Telegram. Okay, so this is where it's a little bit tricky to find because Telegram you have to have an invite to go in. You could search by location, but there's no guarantee that you're going to find anything. Right? It could be a defunct meet. The Telegram's still up, but it's defunct, so on and so forth. So you want to find ones that are active. That's kind of the tricky part. But once you find them, then you're going to find like pretty much all the other ones because chances are the people will on that chat will tell you, hey, there's another meet over here. There's another meet over here, so on and so forth. Right? The California meets, they're pretty cool just because like people. The organizers try to keep it in different cities, right? They try to spread out because we're spread all over the place, so it's really nice to have options. And it's also really cool to bring in other people too. Right, so this meet that I went to, this one is in the LA area. Okay, I'm not going to be specific about which one, right? But it was in the LA area. We met at a park, right? It was one of the state parks. Really, really nice park. I can see why they chose that location. It's really, really nice. There was seating. There was like what do they call it? It's like an area with like picnic tables. picnic table area. There was a grill area. There was a little mini lake, artificial mini lake. That was really nice too, to get pictures and all that stuff. So they chose a really good location. And that's one thing, actually I forgot to add, when you're looking for meats, you always want to find meats that match what you're looking for, right? Right, for me, no alcohol was the thing, right? And it had to be in a public location. I did not want to do a meat like in someone's house, right? That to me is dangerous. And then the no alcohol thing, I don't drink alcohol at all. And I also don't want to deal with people who drink, right? That's usually a big problem. And usually some of the issues that I see with the meats and the cons come from people who drink alcohol. So that's something to think about when you go to these meats and cons, right? This meat, no alcohol whatsoever. That was one of the rules, and everybody had to have vaccination, right? And actually, that's the third one I would have looked up for vaccination. Did they ask for vaccination? And they did, right? So that's one thing too. So the rules were no alcohol, no you need to have a vaccine card, and there wasn't an age limit in this one. So this is another factor that you might want to look into is age, right? Do you prefer meat that's 18 plus only versus like younger? There are some meats that are younger, and there are some meats that are older, and there are some meats that don't really care, right? In this case, the rule was if you're under 18, you need to have a parent with you, right? And in general, the underage furries in this meet did a good job about this, right? They did go with a parent, or they had like some sort of supervision going on. So they did a really good job there. So props to you guys for making sure that you guys did that. Plus, like, nobody really did anything crazy, so that's good too. Except the party bus. I'll get to the party bus. Party bus was crazy. That was wild. All right, so let's see. So the day of the meet, I went with one of my friends, right? She was going in full suit. I was going in partial, so exactly where I was now. Same jacket and everything, right? I was going in partial. Right? And the reason why is because we figured if one of us needed help, right, the other was there to help. So, yeah, this is just kind of for safety. I know some people brought full suit by themselves, so they went by themselves, and they're used to doing full suit, right? But we wanted to be careful with it, so we decided to go together. Right? Plus also, right, why not go together and carpool, right? Let's see. So we got over there, and it was a potluck style Furmeet. So we just brought some Capri Suns, just some food. Usually when you bring food to events like these, make sure that they're sealed, right? I know they were okay with handmade food, like homemade food, like cookies and whatever. Which, by the way, those cookies were great. Right, and also we were grilling. But it's also a good idea to bring in packaged food too, just in case. And also ask the meat organizers what kind of things that we needed, right? And definitely, I don't know, Capri Sun was a good option for people who don't drink soda, right? So yeah, we brought in our stuff, and we tried to park really close, and they were really cool about making sure the meat spot was very close to the parking lot. It was literally right near the entrance. It was so easy to find. So there you go. That's awesome. And also they had a giant sign, right, which is great. A great, big, awesome sign that was really easy to find. So I was like, look over there, furries. That's where we're supposed to go, right? So it just went straight to them, right? And we parked really close by, so it was really great for us to be able to just change in the car. So that's what we did. We changed in the car, and then we went down to the meat area, right? And there you go. That's what the meet was. So basically, it was just us meeting around, like meeting other people, chatting with other people, and playing some of the fun games that they had. I will admit, so you're probably going to wonder, do I have to bring a suit? What if I don't have a suit? And that was fine. I want to say the suited people were probably about 40, maybe less than 40% of the people attending were suited, right? And of the people suited, I think there were like 4 people who were in full suit, and everyone else was in half, like partial, like I was. So more people were in partial. A lot of people brought tails. A lot of people brought their con badges, which I forgot. Next time I'm going to bring my con badge. Come on. It's like, I need to get a new one, actually. So stuff like that. So it's okay if you don't have a suit. However, I will admit that having a suit made it a lot more fun. Just because people were coming up and taking pictures and all that stuff. I was interviewed, right, by someone, which was crazy. So if that video comes up, I'll probably like, mention it or something. So we'll see. Let's see. But yeah, people came up, took pictures. It's also just a lot of fun to do pictures with people. Even if you just have paws or you just have like parts of a suit, that's a lot of fun too. Yeah, but definitely you don't need a suit. You can just go, you know, just as is, right? Let's see. Oh yeah, so one thing that would kind of surprise me was during the meet is that nobody really asked for your actual name, right? Which is cool. Right? So we all refer to ourselves using our usernames and our persona names, right? So that's why I've said the con badges are useful because they usually have your persona's name on it. So that was kind of how we were addressing each other, which is cool, right? So you'd never have, like, we were totally cool with that. And everybody was super, super friendly, right? So the general vibe of it all, which is really nice. Everybody was super nice. I'm not a super huggy kind of person, so I'm glad that people offered to hug rather than scoop everyone up and just said, I'm going to hug you, right? Which is kind of a problem in a lot of the cons. People think that, oh, you're in a suit, therefore I can hug you. No, you can't do that. Like, you need to ask for permission. And the easiest way to ask for permission, just say, you know, open your arms, just say hug. Right? And then if the person says, no, I'm good, then just be like, okay, cool. And then just move on to the next person. Right? But if they're like, yeah, let's do a hug, you know, we could do just a shoulder hug like that or full on hug. Right? Again, I'm not a huggy person, so I very much appreciate everybody offering to hug rather than just, you know, hugging. Right? Especially my friend who's in a kimono suit, and those suits are very squishy looking. So we appreciate that you guys didn't just go up and hug us. Right? But yeah, we had like a lot of fun, just like messing around in suit, taking pictures in suit. Let's see. So I guess the next part is, how did other people react to the suit? Because this is a public park, right? Obviously, there's going to be a lot of people. This was also on not a Sunday. It's a Saturday. It's on a Saturday, so there are a lot of people around. It's a public park, so people are just hanging out, having fun. People were fishing too, by the way. You could fish in that lake. It was just, nobody caught anything except like weeds. I guess we caught something. Weeds. And there was a lot of ducks around too, which is cool. Right, let's see. Yeah, so how did other people react to our suits? Like, did they think, like, did we get made fun of? You know, how was it? And no, we didn't get made fun of at all. Actually, the people around us were just kind of looking at us like, whoa, like, dang, what is that? Like, that's pretty much everyone's reaction. We actually, at the parking lot, there was a lady who was like, what kind of character is that? Right? Asking my friend, like, what kind of character is that? And she said, like, oh, it's my own character. And she was like, oh, that's so cool. Right? That's kind of how the reactions were. People were walking by our area, and we were kind of like going off into, you know, kind of the general walking areas, just because there were so many of us, and we were just doing fursuit stuff, right? And people were like, whoa, that's cool. And they were like moving out of the way for us, or we moved out of the way for them. But in general, everyone was just cool with it, right? Yeah, but no hate whatsoever. Everybody was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, there were a lot of kids who were just like, that's so cool. I want to see that. Right. I think some people did come up to take a picture, but I wasn't asked, so I don't know. But in general, everybody was just like, that's cool, you know, and just moved on with whatever they were doing. Right. And then we get to the party bus. So this was just very spontaneous, very sudden. Right. So we were just hanging about, and then all of a sudden, this party bus drives up. And apparently this place, because of the lake, like, a lot of people come to take pictures. Right. And this was a party bus for a quince. So a quinceañera, if you don't know what it is, it's when it's usually in I want to say I don't know if other Hispanic countries do it, but I know for sure Mexico does it. Basically, when you turn 15 to 18ish, right? It's kind of like you're an adult now, so they have like a whole party, and it's like, it almost feels like a mini excuse me. I don't want to say mini wedding, but it does feel like that. It's like a big, like, it's like a big prom party, let's call it a prom party. Big prom party. And this one was like all out. They got a party bus, they had like people, it was whoa. And the dress, by the way, the lady, the what is it? I don't know who, like the person who receives the kinsei. What would that person be? I don't know. But like she had a gorgeous dress. It was really nice. Like dang, like that should have cost at least $1,000. Or maybe the cost of a fursuit. Anyways, yeah, maybe the whole cost of a fursuit in that one dress. Crazy. But anyways, so they came in a party bus and they went, they went and they took pictures. And then all of a sudden the driver of the bus was like, he saw us because we were right there. Like we were literally right next to each other. They were like, hey, do you guys want to go on the party bus? And we were like, what? And he was basically like, yeah, let's take pictures in the party bus. And everybody just started going to the party bus. And I was like, where are we going? And the con organizers were also like, wait, is this a thing? And we all got on the party bus and we took a picture, right, which I'm probably going to post like right now, wherever the picture is. Ooh, picture. Yeah. I couldn't see a thing. So everybody else also probably couldn't see a thing. It was just darkness. Right in there because it was dark. It was just lights or whatever. And we just kind of posed. Woo. And then we just got up. That was it. So we didn't get kidnapped to go to Vegas. It's a bummer, I know. Dang, imagine if we got to go to Vegas. Ooh, right, party animals. But no, we just went on and we just took the picture and that was it. It was very spontaneous. It wasn't planned at all. The con organizers went on the bus with us. That was the one thing too. So I know a lot of people went onto the bus, right? But I waited until the con organizers knew we were going on the bus. Like I saw them get up and go with us, right? And it was like pretty much all of them went just to make sure everything was okay. Like one was keeping an eye on the stuff. The others were keeping an eye on the bus. I waited until they went and they knew what was going on before I went with that group. So that's just kind of a safety thing because you don't know this person and you don't really know what's going to happen. Plus you're in suit, right? Worst thing that can happen, just take off your suit and like get out of there, right? It's not worth your safety. Right? But luckily, in this case, the guy was super, super nice. He was so into it. He was like, yeah, take pictures. And then take pictures in front of the bus too. So we had a picture in front of the bus too, which I will post right here. Ooh, picture in front of the bus. Right. But yeah, they were super, super nice. And then we took a couple other group pictures. And then eventually we took a picture with the party, the kinsei, like everyone all together, right? So I think to them it was just like a cool opportunity. The bus driver was super into it. Like he was so into it. Okay, but yeah. And then we had like, after that, let's see, took some pictures, we hung out, had some food. Alright, and then we did more pictures. Let's see. Oh yeah, and then later on there was a birthday party, before I forget. There was a birthday party, right, which was super, super cool. Thank you for bringing cake and all that stuff. It was really nice of you to spend your birthday with us, among other things. So it was a lot of fun. Okay. So yeah, overall thoughts. It was a ton of fun. So I want to thank Scout, who's the organizer of the meet, right, for doing the whole thing, right. That was like, I know it was like kind of rough in the days leading up to it, but I'm so glad that the meets still happen anyways, and that we're gonna keep doing more meets, and that everybody was just super nice. Yeah, you guys were all just like so nice. This is the first meet that my friend and I have ever been to, so we were kind of like, we were a little nervous, right? But after having that meet, and seeing how you guys were so awesome, like, I'm so ready to go to the other meets too. By the way, another one's coming up as of the date of me filming this. I don't know if it's going to be when the video comes out. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Anyways, yeah, but thank you guys so much for making the meet so awesome. Everybody was just so nice. I think that's in the end, like, the meet organizers, they did absolutely everything that they could do to make it welcoming and nice, right? But also like the people involved, you guys were also just really nice. It was super fun chatting with all of you, saying hi to all of you, right? But also everybody was just really nice, and I think that's the key. If you find that the vibe, especially if you're in that group chat, right? When I was in the Telegram group chat, everybody was just super nice. Everybody was just like no toxicity or anything like that. Everyone was just really, really nice. And I think from there, that's when you can see the vibe of how everybody deals with things, right? How do they deal with certain topics, right? So if you're looking for a meet, definitely use the Telegram chat or whatever chat they're using as a litmus test almost to see what kind of vibe it is and see if it's something that you want to go with. And so far the vibes were good, and so that's why we went. Right. So yeah, that's my first ever con experience. Con. I'm gonna keep saying con. First ever Furmeet experience. It was a lot of fun. There were a lot of things that happened. There was a party bus. There was a birthday. There was a lot of things that happened. Now that I think about it. Also, we played Jenga. Also, I knocked it over. I also met Cat Brother. So, that was cool. Right? But yeah, like I do recommend, like, if you can find a good meet, go ahead, do it. Be very safe, obviously. You should always, like, party etiquette, right? Be careful with drinks, things like that, right? And in general, like, nothing bad happened. Everybody was just very safe about everything. So just like be smart, right? When you're looking for meets, and try to go with a friend if you can. You don't have to bring a suit. And yeah, just definitely have fun. Right? That's kind of my message here. Right? Be safe and have fun. Right? That's the two main things that you should be doing. So I'm really glad that this meet was as awesome as it was, and I definitely look forward to doing some more in the future. Right. So thank you guys all for watching all the way to the end. A lot of it's kind of rambling because I'm trying to say all of what I wanted to say before I forget everything, because I'm filming this a little bit after and between work hours. Shh, don't tell anybody, right? Not between work hours, it's like after work hours. Don't worry. Okay, so yeah, trying to remember before work sweeps me up again. Right, and I'll definitely will be around. So thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed this kind of new format of video. I don't know, might do them more in the future, we'll see. I do have some other video ideas that I want to play with, right? But hopefully you guys all enjoy this type of video. Right. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!